100K. Like, I'd never earned money before on my own. So that was just the beginning. I was like, okay, if someone can pay me for this thing, then I think I can really do this thing. So I continued from there and started like creating awareness and just build business from there basically. Yeah.
Okay, so how were you able to balance this with your studies over time?
Okay, so balancing makeup and my academics is it's a little tasking because makeup is a job that requires you to be there. I cannot do your makeup virtually. I have to come. So that means that I missed a lot of classes. So this is it here. If you're going to handle your business while being a good student, because the fact that you have a business is not an excuse to fail in school or to do woefully. No, you can handle both and handle both very well. So you just need to know two things. The first thing is prioritize. You need to prioritize what is most important to me in this moment. Okay, I'm in school right now. What I used to do was that at the beginning of the semester, I'll go out for a lot of jobs, I'll take jobs, I could miss some classes, and then when I come back, I'll just quickly catch up, check people's notes, check what I missed. But when it's already getting close to exam period, I stopped taking bookings. And it was very hard because I had to just sacrifice. That's the second thing, prioritize and sacrifice. I had to sacrifice because I'll get clients call me, oh, can you come for this? And I'll have to say, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm writing exams. And it's not be as if it's during the exam period that the big money will be coming. But then because you know that you're a student, and see, let me tell you, you get to do your BSc for 4 years, maybe in Nigeria for 6 years. Like I stayed in school for 6 years. For God forbid, that will not happen to you. But you get to do your BSc for, let's say, 4 years. And after that 4 years, you don't get the chance to come back there and do it. Oh, Vice Chancellor, I'm sorry, I did not do this thing. Can I do it again? No. 4 years is all you get. So that is your number one priority. So if your business is now getting in the way of school, you're going to have to put your business aside. So that's what I used to do. When it was time for exams, I stopped taking bookings, I stopped putting, because with makeup, the more you put yourself out there, the more clients you get. So I stopped all that content creation till I'm done with my exams and I start again. It will look like you're inconsistent, but you know that you have a goal, that you want to graduate well. And then I always told myself this, when I'm done with school, I can always pursue this business. The money that clients are calling me for right now, I can always make times 10 of it when I'm done with school. So as much as you are doing business, you still have to remember that your academics is number one thing. So when you have to make a choice between those two things, always pick your books. It's not an excuse to fail just because you have a business and you want to make money. You will always be able to make more of that money. Do you get it? So always prioritize and then you sacrifice. Because the average student may not have a business. So your friends may be playing and going out and all of that. But you know that you have a business and you have academics. So when you come back from your work or something, you know that, okay, it's time to catch up with my books, not time to go and start playing. So those two important things, prioritize and sacrifice. How's that say?
Everybody give my round of applause. So basically, do you remember what Grammy said yesterday? Do you remember what he said about putting first things first? Always prioritize. Always know what is priority to you at that particular time and focus on it. Okay, so the next question is for Sir David. So you made a daring choice to become a photographer after rising to the role of a senior engineer. Please speak to us about this switch.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Yes, so, answering that question, yes, unlike Dr. Jide, I always wanted to be an electrical engineer right from when I was a kid, because that was all I saw growing up. So my dad is an electrical engineer, and in fact, it was basically all I knew. I didn't even know about doctors or anything. My mom was a teacher. So I always wanted to be an electrical engineer, and that was what was in my mind. I was a science student, and thankfully I had very good grades too, and when I studied in the University of Lagos also. So after that, I got a job with, I never mentioned the name of the company, but the utility company in Nigeria. If you know, you know. So I rose to that level of being a senior engineer, and like I said, I didn't think of photography all through those years. So I just thought of engineering. That was all. But what I noticed was during my time in school, if amongst my friends, I'm always the guy who will call to take pictures. You know, there are other people there, but no, he takes good pictures even before, he will take a very nice picture. Yeah, I didn't take it seriously, you know. So I just saw it as yes, I take good pictures. That was all. But when I wanted to get married, you know, we had to take pre-wedding pictures, and it was at that point I saw that okay, I've been doing this joking, but I'm actually going to pay this guy money
For
to do this for
you.
me. That I think I can actually, start something here. And I just started it casually then. I just bought the camera, a very small camera, and I was using it to take pictures, and after I got married on my wife's birthday, okay, no, before we got married, yeah, and then because my birthday is on 23rd of July, my wife's birthday is on 28th. So on my birthday, she saw the passion I had for it, and she bought a light for me, a studio light. And immediately she did that, I quickly said, okay, let me get the background, and then I took pictures of her for her birthday on the 28th. And we posted those pictures, and from that day, people just said, oh, didn't know your husband was a photographer? This was something I just did casually, right? Yeah. We didn't know your husband was a photographer. But what are his rates like? Do you have a studio? And I was confused because I just took casual pictures of my wife and posted, and I was getting that kind of, and I still continued focusing on my work seriously. I grew from that level as an intern to a regular staff, and then this senior engineer to a manager level. And it so happened that the time I just said that this passion kept growing, and kept growing. So, like Blessing said, it comes to a time you need to know what is priority for you. So I got to a level, right, and this is why I don't want to mention it more publicly. So at that point, my values were now being questioned. I was, you know how Nigeria is. There is always a pinch or a sprinkle of corruption in certain areas, and I reached it to a level where they wanted me because my signature was required to approve certain, projects and all, and they were putting me in a position where I would now have to, do corrupt things and be a child of God. I tried my best to fight it, but it looked like I was the only one at that point, and so I had to make a decision to leave. Luckily and thankfully, the photography business was already doing well as a side job. Like Leslie said something, not because you're in school and you have a business means that you should now just focus on your business and forget about school. No. I had a job I was doing at that point, but I didn't want to compromise the quality of output that I gave him at work. Yes, in as much as I was, once in a while when I have breaks, I try to edit one or two pictures, but I still put in my best at work. And so at that point, I just had to give up work based on priority. Then I also had a son who needed my time too at that point. So when I considered all these things, it was easy for me to just make that decision to leave. And that was how I became a photographer.
So, yeah, I know you guys are in call, and he said you don't. So one thing I want you to gain from what he said is that you might have some passions or interests right now that you probably have not really thought about, that you can actually grow into something substantial. So you can look within yourself. Is there something that I've just been naturally good at, but I'm not really focused on it? Think well, I'm very sure you'll find one or two. Give him a round of applause again. And the next thing that I want to ask is going to Dr. Jidefor. And so you mentioned that your parents wanted you to be a medical doctor, but you wanted to be a fine artist. How did you manage them? And what advice can you give that will be helpful to people here that their parents want them to be something else, but they want to be something else?
So first of all, I don't think I managed them. That's my parents. See, there are two types of parents, okay? There's the parents that with a nice, I don't use